Hey, what's going on? Welcome to another stream. I literally have to address something, and I've tried putting this in a what do you call it? Uh, Tried putting this in a way that people would understand what I'm saying. So I wanted to address an issue because um before I get into that, I want to share with you a post I just posted. Uh, where I said, first of all, to my stalker Kara Sykes, I've never helped because one, I didn't know you. Two, I didn't know where you were at. Also, you were a minor. I didn't care because you were a minor. That right there is me saying, like, look, when I found out you were a minor, I cut ties with you guys. I didn't want anything to do with you because I wanted to not be associated with pedophiles and rapists. Like, that's not me. That's not who I am. That's not what I want to be associated with. Uh, Three, I backed off, and it's not me being a coward. It is basically me separating myself away from that situation because I didn't want to have any part of it. When I first become friends with Kara and Keegan, or Kara and or wait, when I first become friends with Devin, it was on Facebook. And then he introduced me to Kara, and he led me on to believe that she was of age. So I added her to the group. When I found out she was a minor, I blocked her. All stops, all routes, I blocked her. And I blocked him. Um Also, I living in Portland, Oregon, I was dealing with getting essayed. I was dealing with getting raped. I was dealing with having a pew pew stuck to my head. I was dealing with Ashley Spady, and I was dealing with losing my baby, which is my record label, which I started in 2013. And Ashley Spady stole the paperwork and half of my clients, which ruined my label. So I had a lot of situations going on back then that I'm sorry if I didn't take 5 minutes out just to be able to find out who you were, where you're at, and how I can help you. And first of all, being in that stigmatism of when you're a minor and how you want me to call the cops and all that stuff, how could I do that when first of all you were a minor, and second of all, I would have looked more like a predator and a pedophile for trying to find where you're at so I could call the cops. Like, I'm not going to put myself in that situation, and I'm not stupid enough to put myself in that situation. Okay? That's why I'm here to clear things up. Uh and as far as the whole stalking, doxing, harassing, bullying, that was you who kept calling my phone every 5 seconds or every 2 seconds, whatever it was. You were actively contacting my property manager. You were actively trying to find what hotel I was staying at. You were actively trying to find what apartment I was at, what street I lived on. You contacted my friends and my family. So if that's me being a stalker, where you did the stalking, I fail to see, how do I put this? I fail to see how I'm the stalker when you were the one doing the stalking. Okay. Uh Also, I put on this that you guys were just Facebook people to me. what that means is like you guys were just people that I just added on Facebook after you sent me a friend request. And when I found out you were a minor, I blocked you. I don't know how many times do I gotta say it's. I swear I'm like a broken record, guys. I also put in here. I put in here. I said, "When are you gonna wake up, Kara? When are you gonna take responsibility for your actions? Also, why do you care so much about me? Why are you obsessed with me? Like why do you like me so much to the point where you keep interjecting yourself into my life? But yet I'm supposed to okay, I'm supposed to care about you and your feelings, but you don't care about me and my feelings. So it's like walking on sandpaper and you're constantly scruffing your feet the whole time. It's like it's nice and smooth on one side where life could just coast right by, but you want to be on the sandy, rocky side where you just keep causing a bunch of trauma or drama and blaming it and not taking responsibility for your actions. Um, and I do gotta say, where were you when I was getting graped? Where were you when I was getting essayed? Where were you when I had a pew pew to my head? I mean, we could sit there and go back and forth all day. So we're gonna watch this. If it it's sad that I have to just literally keep debunking everything.
I have something that I need to say. Something that is it's not an immediate importance, but it is important to me. So, close enough. If you've been here for any amount of time in the recent years, in the past, going on 4 years, then you know that I and a couple of other people have a stalker.
That's false. The reason I'm saying that's false is because she is trying to do the blame game and trying to feel sorry for me. You want to feel sorry for me? Everybody feels sorry for me. I got a stalker, dude. No. What you're saying is you got a stalker, but what you're really saying is that you and your friends are the stalkers.
That stalker's name is Amber Marie Byers.
Doxed me again.
Goes by A. Marie on here.
Again. Doxed me again.
There has been
Look, she has to think really, really, really hard of a lie to come up with. She literally has to sit there and come up with a lie right on the spot instead of just, oh, we're going to spit the shit out. Because if it were really true, you would be able to spit it out just like that and you wouldn't have to sit there and think about it.
an epidemic isn't the right word, but there has been a a cycle on her side
You mean a cycle on your side? Right.
of
Like, I'm really buying this crap.
doing the most disgusting, horrific things, such
Such
as
as
doxing, sexual harassment, accusing us of lying about our trauma, using our trauma against us.
First of all, I've never sexually harassed you. That was you taking things out of context. Second of all, I never used your trauma against you. You used my trauma against me. I've been bullied, harassed, spit on, beat up, kicked around. I was abused by my stepdad, and you want to keep the abuse, you want to keep the harassment going. So let's dig down into this lie that she's telling. So let's get into it.
Etc., etc. And then she backpedals and says,
Never once backpedaled. I keep saying I sound like a broken record because you say one thing, but the truth and the facts speak something different.
says that she didn't do that, or gives an excuse, or throws.
Can you name all the excuses that you give? Can you? Because you got a million excuses of why everybody should feel sorry for you, but you're not going to take responsibility for your actions. Look, Kara, I've said this over and over. I would love to have truce. I would love to just draw the line in the sand and just say, fuck you, goodbye, have a nice day. But you want to keep inching over that line and you want to keep reaching for something that isn't there.
Throw some random bullshit out there to try and excuse it. Well,
and you can't even name what that is. Just another excuse on top of excuse.
I recently posted a screenshot of some.
Yes, and that screenshot is of a notification that back in 2016, when I had no clue who she was, that I added her to my group because, again, I had no clue who the hell she was. I didn't know her age. I didn't know anything about her. She just added herself to my group and I approved it. So, what's the big deal?
Oh, excuse me. Some emails that I found. I was looking for something completely different, and I found this email. And this email is from June 21st, 2016. Okay? And it is Amber approving me to be a member of a group that was on Facebook at the time, Slim Record.
And your point is what? Because I've already said that, like, I didn't know who you were, and I didn't even know your age. I just knew you were associated with Devin. And I didn't even know his whole story because back then, when this was going on, I was busy dealing with my life out here in Portland, living in a homeless shelter, getting my life torn apart, having my record label stripped from me, and then meeting somebody and getting essayed and raped and having a pew-pew held to my fucking head. So I'm sorry if I didn't take 5 minutes out to understand you and your situation.
Records Corp. And literally all I said in the caption was, I've stumbled upon some things that have made me 100 times more secure in my decision to keep going. Stay up to date on what I'm doing here. And then I linked the Reddit
Yeah, to keep going,
to
to keep harassing
the website that I'm working on.
victim.
And here's a peek of what's to come. Good luck explaining this away. I was freshly 17 in June of 2016. I didn't accuse her of anything. I didn't accuse her of anything.
You didn't accuse me of anything while actively putting out there with assumptions that I possibly did something. My dad once told me every action has an equal and opposite reaction. When you post shit like that, and you're actively calling somebody a groomer and a pedophile and a rapist, that person is going to take it as it's another attack. You would know that if you would stop and pay attention. I only knew you through Facebook and through Devin, and I didn't even know exactly who you were. I didn't even know your age.
The time at this time and this date.
At this time, this day. Literally, bro, like back then, I didn't even know who you were. You were just somebody on Facebook that I could just click on, click off, and just block and all that stuff. Like I didn't know who you were. I didn't know your age because if you think about it, you had multiple profiles. And you were claiming that you were 18, 19 years old. So me, I'm looking at the profile. I see you're 18. So my assumption is that you're 18. Wouldn't you?
Good luck explaining it away, right? I want to make it clear right now, right here, right now,
Right here, right now.
that my freaking glasses. This side is broken, so they don't want to stay. They don't want to stay even. I want to make it clear right here, right now, that the problem was never.
Wait. She had to sit and pause and think about what response that she was going to say to fit her story and her narrative. Because if it was freshly on the mind and she didn't have to stop and think about it, it would just start coming out like the way I'm talking. The fact that she has to sit there and think about it just really tells me that her behavior is that she's psychotic. She's thinking of every little thing to say to make me look bad. And this is what I've been trying to tell you guys, especially over on YouTube. This is what I've been trying to show you guys is that these people are not all there in the head. And they're making up assumptions that I'm this evil, horrendous, nasty person when I don't even know you. I've never met you. You're clear all the way in Bumsville across the United States. I'm out here in Portland, Oregon. That's a long distance away from each other. And I've never, ever met you or Devin.
The problem was never that.
Oh, look, she's pausing and thinking again. Look at that. Look at that. She's pausing and thinking of what lie to say next. Especially when she does a hard look to the left. That is a clear indication that she is thinking of a lie to say instead of looking straight at the camera and telling the truth.
Because she claims. 1 second.
Because she claims that 1 second. Let's hear it.
1 second.
1 second.
She claims that the reason why all of this started was because she quote unquote didn't stop Devin, my groomer, abuser, and rapist.
Should I go and just beat this broken record over and over and over? Because that's what it seems like I am right now. It's what it seems like I have been since day one. How can I stop somebody that I don't even know, that I've never met, that I don't even know where they lived? I didn't even have an address. I didn't even know you or where you were from or anything about you. How was I supposed to help? Literally, how was I supposed to help? Because in that situation, I was dealing with my life and shit that was going on in my life. I didn't have time to sit there and pay attention to everybody's problems. I was paying attention to the trauma that I was going through. I didn't have time to sit there and think about every little second about you and your life. My world does not revolve around you. Okay, pumpkin?
She claims that it's because she didn't stop him from hurting me, when that has nothing to do with anything.
Has nothing to do with anything, but you keep breaking it up. You literally keep bringing it up. So it obviously has something to do with something because you keep bringing it up. Again, I do not revolve around you in your world. I revolve around my world. I have things going on in my life that I literally do not have to sit there and take every 5 seconds to revolve around you.
There are multiple people that could have done something and didn't. You're not fucking.
So why are you not going after those people? And you're like, oh, you're not fucking special. Really? That's why you dedicated 2 years of attacking me? Because of something that you made up in your head? Come on now.
Fucking special, Amber. There's like at least 20 different people that I can name off the top of my head that saw what he was doing, could have done something, and didn't.
So why aren't you going after them? Why are you going after me? Why am I so special that you keep referring to me, making videos about me, attacking me, making up lies and spreading misinformation and rumors about me, talking to my immediate family and friends and spreading misinformation to make them believe that I'm this predator pedophile when I'm not? But I'm not special, right?
You're not special. That has nothing to do with this. Am I a little upset that you knew that he was doing something, and instead of helping, instead of like, I don't know, calling the police or something, you just backed the fuck off, apparently? A little.
Woo. Back it up a minute. Again, didn't know you, didn't know where you lived, didn't care. Didn't care. You were a minor. I was an adult. Why would I care about where you live and what you do? Because that would make me seem as if I am a pedophile if I actually cared and tried to find where you live to be able to call the cops. Again, it's a sticky situation because you at the time were a minor, right? So you expected me to do something when if I were to do that, I would immediately be called out by everybody and be called a pedophile for trying to track where you are and trying to find out anything about you. So it was literally a sticky situation. If your mom would have got a hold of me and told me the situation from one adult to the next, then yes, I possibly could have done something. But not when you're a child. I'm not going to put myself in that situation. But you keep dragging me into this bullshit. And I'm tired of it. I have my own life to live. I have things going on in my life. I don't want to sit there and spend 10, 20 minutes obsessing and worrying about everything that you do. And again, my life doesn't spin around you.
Little. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been nice for you, a grown adult, to play a hand in me, getting the help that I needed sooner. But
My life doesn't revolve around you. And watch, she's going to sit there and call me a coward because I didn't sit there and take 5 minutes out of my life to interject myself into a child's life, which would have made me look like a pedophile at the time. I'm sorry, I'm an adult. I'm going to take the smart way, and I don't want to have anything to do with that situation.
I digress. That is the past. You didn't help. You decided to be a coward. You backed off. Whatever. Bygones are bygones. That's not the problem. The problem here, and how all of this started, was because you decided, knowing full well what Devin did to me, you decided that the best way to get me and my ex-best friend at the time to shut up about your pedophilic ass song.
First of all, I had no pedophilic, whatever word you just said. I had none of that. I've never made any song like that. Again, the only time I made a song was referencing Tony, and I said that he had a baby dick. And again, you and your friends took the AI baby that was in the video out of context and trying to say that I was being sexual for putting the baby as a reference in the video. And again, you in your thoughts made that possible because you made the assumption that I was doing sexual stuff when I wasn't. Again, you made assumptions. And everybody knows when you make assumptions, that makes you look like an asshole. What more do you want from me? My life does not revolve around you.
Was to make an account of my abuser, groomer, and rapist, and say that he was outside my house and was going to beat me up.
In all fairness, the reason that was created was I was in fight or flight mode because you and your friends were attacking me. You were constantly calling my cell phone. You were calling my property manager. You were harassing my property manager. You were calling the cops on me for safety checks. So I did what I felt was necessary to get you to leave me the fuck alone. But yet you still want to keep going and you still want to keep playing victim. I don't get it, Kara. Why do you keep attacking me? What is your obsession with me? Why do you want to sit there and say that I'm doing shit that I'm not? Saying that I was responsible for something that I was not even responsible for. I didn't know you. Never met you. I'm all the way in Portland, Oregon. You're all the way in Bumsfuckville. What am I supposed to do? My life does not revolve around you. God, I swear, like I'm a fucking broken record because you can't get it through your fucking thick skull.
And kill me. That's where all of this started. That is the problem that started all of it.
No, the problem started is the fact that my life does not revolve around you, and the fact that you made it up in your mind that I am responsible for something that I have no control over, that I've never had any control over. You made it up in your mind that I supposedly should have been there and been the Superman to save you from something that I had no fucking control over. Again, you guys were people on Facebook. I was living my life. I was dealing with getting raped and having a pew pew up to my fucking head. I'm sorry that I didn't take 5 fucking minutes to deal with everything that you're dealing with. But again, my life does not revolve the fuck around you. And I'm getting frustrated because I keep sounding like a broken record. I've been saying this shit since day one. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of you constantly attacking and attacking and attacking and playing victim. And this is what you do. You're good at it. Because you want people to feel sorry for you. I mean, I could sit there and play victim all the time. For the time I got a pew pew to my head. For the time that Heather's boyfriend stuck a knife to my throat. For the time that Tony fucking got me in bad situations. I could play victim for the time my stepdad fucking grabbed me by the shirt and slammed me up against the fucking wall. But I don't do that. You know why? Because there's life that needs to happen. There's time that needs to grow. Whatever. My point is, I can sit and harbor on all of that, but it would keep dragging me down and dragging me down. I learned along the way that if I harbor on the past and I'm stuck in the past, my whole life is going to revolve around the past. And I'm never going to move on. I'm never going to grow. I'm never going to live my life. But I had to let things go. I had to forgive people. I had to mend fences with people. You know why? Because it helped me be stronger minded. It helped me become a better person. Yeah, there's things I wish that never would have happened. Yeah, there's people that I wish that I never met, like Tony or you or Devin. But I can't change the past. We can only change the future and the outcome of what happens in the future. I just wish you would take responsibility and stop shifting the blame on me for your actions. I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you. I feel bad for it. But at the same time, I had to live my life. Because my life doesn't revolve around you. People live their own lives, Kara. People have responsibilities in their own life. And the simple fact that you want me to just have my life revolve around you is asinine. I'm sorry. If I could have been there, if I could have stopped the stuff, if I would have interjected myself that way, yes, I probably would have helped. I probably would have saved you. But to go on a 2-year smear campaign and smear me and my good name and ruin my life because of you wanting me to revolve around you. I'm sorry, it's never going to happen. I have my life to live. I'm 8 years away from being 50. I'm old. You're what, 26, 27? You're still a kid. When are you going to grow up? When are you going to realize that not everybody revolves around you? When are you going to wake up and realize that the more you play victim and cry wolf, eventually nobody's going to pay attention to you? Eventually, the more times that you cry wolf, you're going to be ignored. And then when something really does happen, who's going to be there for you? See, this is life lessons that I've learned from my mom, from my dad, from my stepdad, from my friends as parents, from my bosses. I've learned all this. And it takes actively getting off your ass and going out and finding something to make change in your life. Because if you're sitting there harboring on the past, and this is all your basis is blaming me for not being there for you. Again, like a broken record. If I would have known, I would have been there for you. But I didn't know you. And when I found out you were a minor, I blocked you because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm being accused of something that I didn't do. Because I'm not stupid.
There was nothing about how you didn't help me. There was nothing about how you knew but ran away. There was nothing about any of that because none of that fucking matters anymore.
Then why do you keep bringing it up? If none of it matters, why do you keep bringing it up? Because obviously it matters to you. You want me to revolve around you. Sorry to say, honey, but that's never going to happen. I have my own life issues that I have to deal with. I have things going on in my life that I have to deal with. Again, if I would have actually subjected myself into talking to a minor to find out where they lived, to call the police to get you help, you could have easily turned around and said, well, Amber's a pedophile because she's an adult, I'm a minor, and she contacted me and tried to find where I lived. That's why I didn't go into that situation. But I digress.
None of that matters anymore. There's 20 other people that could have done something. And they didn't fucking do anything. And I'm not going after them. You're not
You're not fucking special, right? You said this 3 or 4 times already. I must be special because out of those 20 some people, I'm the only one that you've been attacking for the past 2 years. Realistically, when are you going to wake up and realize that not everybody revolves around you, Kara? You could have gone after those other people, but you didn't. You didn't. You chose to go after me. And you still play victim and you still blame me for something that I have no control over.
fucking special. I would have to sue everybody. I
Why
would
didn't
sue
you?
all 20 of those people and you for that. You realize that, right? You're not special. You really aren't.
What is that, 5 or 6 times?
And the fact that you keep making it about that when it's not about that is really indicative of the kind of person that you are. But I digress.
Again, here we are in the victim mentality where I'm supposed to spend my whole life revolving around you, right? And what could you sue me for? Literally, there's nothing you could even sue me for. What, sue me because I didn't stop somebody from doing something? What, you're gonna sue me because when I found out you were a minor, I blocked you? Is that what you're gonna sue me over? Is that I blocked you? Or are you gonna sue me because I blocked you and didn't want to help you in your situation because I didn't want to be part of it? Is that what I'm getting here? Is that you wanted to sue me over not being there for you and revolving myself around you?
So, anytime I bring this up, the fact that she knew me as a minor, she likes to play the game of, oh yeah, I mean, as soon as I found out that Devin was with a minor, I blocked him and I moved on and blah 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 blah. Okay.
Oh my god, bro. Okay. Literally, that's your best defense, Kara. Okay. Bro. My life doesn't revolve around you.
Whatever. You didn't, but whatever. The reason that I made that post, about you accepting me into a group that you ran in 2016 was to
I didn't just run it by myself. Missy ran it with me. And so did Tony.
show that there is a paper trail, right? There's a paper trail of you, and there's a paper trail of you knowing, and that's it.
That's really your argument? There's a paper trail of you knowing, and there's a paper trail of you knowing. So? There's a paper trail that you knew something and you could not help because you were not in a situation to help, but you knew something. Lucy, I'm home. I digress.
That's it. That's all that matters, is that you knew you were in my life at the time.
False. When I found out, I blocked you, I blocked him. How was I in your life? Again, Kara, my life does not revolve around you. Because you knew something. You knew that I was a minor. You knew. Bitch, I didn't care. When I found out, I blocked y'all. I did not fucking care. I had shit going on in my life. What part of that do you not get?
And I was being accepted into D-Slim or whatever the fuck. That's it. That's all it was. That's all it was. Now, if you want to get into the semantics of people who could have done something and didn't.
Look, she paused and had to think of what she was going to say before saying it, instead of just, here, we're going to spit it out. I'm sorry if I go, and I went to the bathroom and oh yeah, I had to poop. Like, come on, bro.
Didn't. Why don't we talk about Kayla?
I don't even know anything about Kayla. I mean, I remember the only thing that I remember is that she was with Devin before you. That's the only thing I remember. That's the only thing that even has any relevance to anything. Is the fact that Devin was with her before you. Did I know anything about Kayla? No. Did I care to know anything about him? No. Because again, when somebody's in a relationship, that person, whatever happens with that person, is between them and whoever else. Again, my life doesn't revolve around them, it doesn't revolve around you.
The girl who you got quote unquote testimonies from, who had a direct hand in helping Devin groom me.
I didn't even know what grooming was until someone explained it to me. I thought it was someone who takes their dog to this business, and the business washes, cleans, trims the hair, the nails of a dog. Also, again, I did not want to put myself in a situation that would have got me in trouble. See, there's a little thing of professional courtesy. And when you're in a business and you're dealing with clients, there's professional courtesy that you have to deal with. Okay. So when you're dealing with a client that is going through a situation and you let that client go, it is no longer my responsibility to even care of what that client or that client's whatever is going on in their life. It's not my responsibility. I don't have to care. See, the simple fact that you want to keep bringing this up and you want to keep bringing the simple fact of me supposedly not bringing or helping or doing anything to stop somebody from doing something when that person is a trans man who has not had any surgeries, who is in a wheelchair and in a diaper and about 3 times bigger than you, Kara. What am I supposed to do about that person? Like, what exactly am I supposed to do if that person's like clear across the country? I don't know anything about them, never met them. I don't know their life story. I don't know shit about them. But yet I'm supposed to stop what I'm doing to revolve around you. I'm sorry, you were a minor. I didn't want anything to do with you. I didn't want to put myself in a situation that could have got me in trouble. I don't know what else to explain here. Because again, guys, I keep sounding like a broken record. How could I have done something when I couldn't do anything? How could I have been there when I didn't want to put myself in a situation of, oh, this person is a minor and let me find everything about that minor and where that's wrong. That's nasty. That's pedophile shit. And I'm not into that. That's not me.
Why don't we talk about
And all you're doing is adding more fuel to the fire.
that? Why don't we talk about how you took her word saying whatever the fuck she said? I'll have to relook at.
So you're sitting there trying to make an argument about me supposedly taking her word over something, but you don't have your facts straight. And you made a video about this. Making your argument is that I supposedly helped, what is her name? Kayla. And I took her side, but you don't have the facts to present it as you're talking about it, which shows that you are lying through your fucking teeth. Where's your facts? I've been asking for proof. Where's your facts? Because you make videos where you sit and you talk about it and you talk about it, but then you're like, well, I don't have any proof on me at the moment. But I do have proof. But I don't have proof.
Look at the videos because I haven't looked at them in a while. Why don't we talk about how you took her word somebody who was directly involved in my grooming.
Again, you guys were just people on Facebook, and I didn't care. I didn't want to get myself involved in you and your life and your situation because I do not revolve around you.
And used it against me. Again, that is indicative of the type of person that you are.
No.
So, she posted,
and she's going to read off of what I just read you guys in the beginning of this stream. Just watch.
To clarify the situation once again, I became friends with Devin in 2016. I, Sage, sent a request to join a Facebook group, and I approved it at the time. After I became aware that me was a minor, I immediately removed her from the group and blocked Devin. No, you didn't. Because I also have paper trails of us being in a group chat for, I want to say at least like 2-3 months, either before or after I was added into that group. And, not to mention the fact that you tried to sign me to your label, but again.
I swear I feel like a broken record. Listen, I did not know you were a minor until someone told me that you were a minor. That's why I blocked you. You went around parading as if you were 18, 19 years old. So, of course, we had a couple months of group chats where we're like, hey, guys, did you post a new music? Did you write a new song? How's your progress going? Because, again, it was a business. Trying to get progress reports, trying to figure out what everybody's up to, trying to find out if they've made any songs, if they went to the studio to record, if they needed shows booked, like being ran as a business. And you were impersonating an 18, 19-year-old. How was I supposed to know? Literally, how was I supposed to know?
And I digress. And so, the reason why
I think she said I digress like 5 or 6 times so far in the past like 8 or 9
I'm
minutes.
making this video at all to begin with is because she keeps
Here we go. The hard look to the left to think about what I'm supposedly doing. She's not doing anything, but where I'm going to sit here and just think of something that she could possibly be doing, but she's not doing. But here, let me make up something. That's all you're doing. Let me give a hard look to the left. Let me think of something really hard. Oh, I think I got it. I farted.
What am I looking for? She keeps miscategorizing the problem as rumors and fake claims.
I'm just stating facts because the facts speak for themselves.
Just gonna pause for reaction, laughing, question.
I'm going to pause for reaction, laughing, and questioning. Because Amber's supposed to revolve around me. You're supposed to revolve around me. You see this? I almost feel like throwing in the towel. Because I feel like a broken record.
Questions, concerns, whatever. The rumors are things posted by you. They're
Actually, the rumors are things posted by you. I'm surprised while you're looking at the camera itself and you're seeing your reflection, I'm surprised that you're not talking about yourself while actively talking about yourself. Again, I digress.
they're posts made by you on
They're posts made by you. They're posts made by you.
your own account, from your own mouth, in video form even. And the false claims are things that can be proven. Things that
I've done asked you time and time again, can you show your proof? Can you show your actual evidence? And every single time, even my friend Kelly has asked you to show proof and evidence. But all you're doing is this. You never once actually forked out the evidence. Never once. It's just running your mouth. Talking bad about somebody while playing victim and innocent. At least I could sit there on my phone and I could pull up. I could pull up all the shit you said about me. I can pull up everything about you. Because I have 2 years worth of evidence on my phone. But you still fail to show evidence of anything. You constant hard look to the left. That way you can think about another lie that you're going to say. At least if I know I'm going to tell the truth, I'm going to look you dead in the eye and I'm going to tell the honest to God truth. I don't have to sit there and think about what I'm going to say next because I know what I'm going to say. I don't have to sit there and think about a lie because guess what? I already know what I'm going to say because what I'm going to say is the fucking truth. I'm going to tell you right to your eyes, right to your face. I don't know you. I don't care about you. I don't think about you. My life does not revolve around you. Stop trying to drag me into your life and make me all about you because I'm not. I have things going on in my life and I don't have to sit here and take your bullshit, Kara. While you sit there and you play victim. While actively victimizing me. While you're actively stalking me. Bullying me. Defaming and slandering and harassing me. If you actually spent 5 minutes around me in reality off of the internet, you would see that all of your assumptions about me are 100% false. And you can ask anybody that I've ever spent 5 minutes around. And Amanda, I know you're watching this because I would come over to your house, we would hang out. I would have my food stamps. You'd let me take a shower, and then we would walk to, what was it, QVC? And I would spend my food stamps to help you get your monsters and some food to last you throughout a day or two. Oh wait, and then there was Missy. And I remember with Missy, like, she's helped me out, I've helped her out. Same thing with Ariel. She's helped me with money. I've came back and I've helped her in ways that I could repay, and that was with my food stamps. I mean, Ariel, if you're watching this, I mean, yeah, you've helped me out with money, but how many times did I come over to your apartment with food, with any kind of food, cooked it? I mean, I helped you with food more than you helped me. Actually, I take that back. Ariel, the amount of times that you helped me is about as equivalent as the amount of times that I've helped you. You've been there for me, I've been there for you. It has been an equal friendship that entire time. Same thing with Amanda. It's just when people get bought up into your stories, Kara, they're caught into a web. And that web is a web of lies and misinformation and misleading information. That's all it is. I'm not a bad person. I would literally give the shirt off my back to help somebody. I literally, every time I go somewhere, I always make sure I have extra water and extra food on me to help somebody that is worse off than me. Because that is a decent thing to do. Being a decent human is not hard. Letting the past go is not hard. Letting go of your inner demons is not hard. But what is hard is keeping everything bottled up, blaming everybody, and not taking responsibility. That's what's hard.
Have been proven that you are a scammer, that you talk
Never once scammed anybody. Anytime that I've asked for help, I've only asked for a donation. And donations are donations. People don't have to give it. Because guess what? Donations are based upon the person who feels as if they want to give or they don't want to give. Scamming person or scamming someone is actively going after somebody and constantly not taking no for an answer and constantly getting money out of somebody and making that person go bankrupt. That's what a scammer is. Trust me, I've seen a lot of scammers. I mean, shit. Trilogy Media is one of the biggest ones that I watch all the time where they, get people with these scammers and they call out the scammers. Again, you're painting me as somebody that I'm not because you can't take responsibility. It's always shifting the blame to me. And again, you say I'm nothing special and you say that you don't care about me. But yet everything you do has to blame me for everything. I literally feel like a broken record.
talk inappropriately to children, that you
That's wrong. I've never talked inappropriately to a child. I have common decency and respect towards a parent and their child. And I will never act inappropriate in front of a child. And I will call anybody out who makes that statement. Because I have respect for the parent. I have respect for the well-being of that child. But am I going to sit there and blame somebody for my problems? Or am I going to be an adult, put my big girl panties on, and take responsibility for my actions and actually learn from the past and move on? because it just seems like I have to keep putting my big girl panties on and moving on. It's called stop harboring on the past and stop trying to make the past present. Because the past, I mean, think about this. If I was a time traveler and I could go back in time, I would do a lot of things different, including not accepting your friend request, including never meeting Tony. Okay, if I could go back in time and do that, I would. But to live in reality here, the past is the past. You can't change the past, but what you can do is change the future and the outcome of the future. And stop bringing people into stuff that they have no part of being a part of, if that makes any sense. Stop bringing me into your situation because I do not revolve around you.
You sexualize your friends. That
There's a lie. You can immediately tell that every time she looks off to the left, that's her thinking of something that I'm doing wrong. I never sexualize my friends. And if you would actually take the time out of your day to realize that, then you will realize that I have common decency and respect towards my friends. My friend Kelly could tell you right now, in the 20 some years that we've been friends, I've never once sexualized her because I have a common decency and respect towards my fellow human being. And what you said right there was assassination to my character, was defamation of my character. And the fact that you have the gall enough to keep looking to the left and thinking of a lie. I really don't want to finish off this next 6 minutes of video because it just sounds like I'm a broken record every time. That's literally what it sounds like. I literally sound like a broken record because my life does not revolve around you, Kara. And I'll keep calling you Kara until the day that we call truce and you let the past go and you and your friends delete everything about me. That's when I will call you Sage. Until then, I have zero respect for you. I have zero respect for your friends. And I should not have to be drugged through the dirt because you want me to revolve around you. I shouldn't have to revolve around you. And that's what I'm going to end with.